Hey there, it's Adonis, and in today's video, I'm going to be giving you a step-by-step guide of exactly what you're going to do to explode your Instagram engagement in the next 30 to 60 days. This is not going to be about trying to hack the algorithm, using the right hashtags. It's going to be none of that. It's not going to be like, make sure you put the text right here at the top of the video, because if it's at the bottom, you're going to lose. It's none of that. I get it. Those ideas are useful. Those tips are useful. But realistically, a lot of the times, if you commit too much to all those tips and tricks, it just leaves you becoming a slave to the algorithm, in my opinion. Like, it's not sustainable. So what I'm about to teach you right now is exactly what I've done myself multiple times with my Instagram account and what I've helped my students do. And also even people in my free Skool community. I have a free Skool community. You can join it right now. Check out the link in the description. But let's get right into it. So first thing is, we have to understand, I have to give you a little bit of background of why I'm going this way with you, why I'm taking you this route. The reason I'm taking you this route is because the thing with people and their psyche, people, one, are scrolling on Instagram. Every platform is different, but we're talking about Instagram specifically. Every person, most people are on Instagram. They're not here for information. They're here for entertainment. But you and I, we're not trying to be dancing, doing dancing TikTok dances and all that. We're not trying to be comedians. We're trying to help. We're trying to impact people's lives. So one way you can still entertain people while getting your information across and growing a real connection is through storytelling. Storytelling is the ultimate hack. But people say that and they stop there. Okay, what do you mean storytelling? I just tell a bunch of random stories? No, you have to be very specific. And this strategy I'm going to walk you through is exactly how I've done it, which, one, it allows people to engage with your content, and two, also connection, because I think that's important. Because one way I see people do storytelling is they're simply telling a story about how this person started Amazon and 20 years later, it's now a multi-billion-dollar company, blah, 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 blah. And that does work in a sense, but they don't have an opportunity to connect with you with those styles of content. So are those styles of content bad? No, they just have no way to connect with you. So I'm about to walk you through exactly what you're going to do. Step one, you need to decide on your audience. Before we can get into everything else, please, you have to decide on an audience. Now, question is, okay, how do I pick an audience? How do I decide who to target? One, decide this is what I always tell my students: decide what do you want them to do at the end or at some point. Whether after they follow you for 6 months, what do they want? What do you want them to be doing? Do you want them to be buying into your product? Do you want them to be buying into your services? What is your end goal with these people? If you focus on what's your end goal with these people, you will understand who you want, because some people are not meant for that end goal. For example, I'm not focused on targeting people who want to grow in their corporate business, who wants to grow their corporate in their corporate job. They love their job and they want to become branch manager or something. I'm not that guy. I haven't had a regular 9 to 5 in the past, in over a decade. So I can't help you in that space. So I'm not targeting those groups of people. So therefore, I don't need to learn that audience. I am targeting entrepreneurs and creatives who want to grow a brand online and make more money online with less time and less work. So if I'm targeting those people, the end goal is I want them to buy into my product. I want to buy into my services. Okay, great, awesome. So that's my people. I want those types of people who are passionate and ready to grow online, who don't just want to start a business, because some people want to start a business, but they don't care to show their face online. I'm not for you. I'm not that type of person. That's not my lane. It's, yes, there are some people who's thriving in that lane. That ain't me. I don't have the skills to teach that, right? So if I want to target those groups of people, you want to target those groups of people, the next thing to help you decide on your audience is not only what do you want them to do at the end, you want to target an audience where y'all can be best friends when y'all go into certain conversations. For example, you can have a best friend to do life with. That means someone where y'all can go to lunch, y'all can meet with family, dinners, all that good stuff. But then there are some people that y'all are so close when it comes to certain areas of your life. Let's say it's golfing. You know, you have golf buddies. Let's say you have friends you go to bowling tournaments with. Those groups of people. So who is this niche group of people? For me, I want my audience to feel like we're best friends when it comes to business, when it comes to growth online, when it comes to content creation, when it comes to selling online. I want to connect with those people and become their friends in a sense. So when you think about who those people are, you will find your ideal audience. Two, once you decide on your audience, what type of story would be interesting to them? What type of journey would be interesting to them that you are on currently or you're willing to go on for the sake of this, strategy and this playbook we're going to run on Instagram. So we're going for a series, but how are we going to do it? We want to decide on what series. For example, there's a lot going on in my life, stories going on in my life. I'm planning a wedding with my fiance right now. I'm not taking people on that journey because I don't care for an audience of people who just want to see what it's like to plan a wedding. I don't care for that. So will I take people on that journey? No, no one. I don't care. I'm also helping my fiance grow her skincare company. Do I care to take people on that journey? No, not realistically, because I don't have a product-based company. But my online coaching business, my online brand, my YouTube channel, I would like to take people on that journey, show them what it's like, show them what I'm doing on a day-to-day basis, if it will help them and also help me garner more attention and also form real connections with people who want to go on that journey with me. Because some people, when they go on that journey with you, either they're ready to start with you or they just want to go along with you to see how you do it, see all the mistakes you make, see all the errors and shortcomings you've had so they can learn from it. People would rather follow along a journey you take them on, an intentional journey, not just any journey. Because the thing is, I don't agree with, oh, build in public if you're not intentional on what you're going to show and what you're going to build in front of them. Because some things I'm not building in public. For example, I'm not taking people, hey, come with me to file a trademark for blah. I don't care for that. Come with me to see how I handle my taxes. I don't care for that. I'm not no tax professional. I don't care to be a tax professional. It's a boring activity for me. Actually, I hate it. I hate working with my accountant figuring taxes out. It's the most annoying thing in the world. Do I care to take people on that journey? No. So certain things, it's still being built, but it's not being built publicly. But I decide what I'm going to share publicly to build. So once you decide what you're going to share publicly, what you're going to say, okay, this is what I want to share publicly and build. You want to record every day, but here's how I want you to record it to make it easier for yourself, especially if this is your first time doing something like this. You're stepping out, you're taking a big leap of faith. This is how I want you to do it to make it extremely easy for yourself, because now we're getting into the tacticals of doing the series. So now we're going into the series. We know we're going to do a series where we've decided who the ideal audience is, who our target audience is, and we've just decided what the series is going to be about. For me, the series is going to be about come with me to help me. I'm gonna take y'all on my journey to building my multiple six-figure consulting business. Okay, boom. I'm gonna take you on a series of rebranding my life. And really, you're rebranding your life, but really, you're just taking them on the parts that you want to show them, which is if it's just your business, if it's just you getting new gear, whatever that is. Make sure you take them on a series they're actually interested in. Because again, if you know your audience, you know the outcome you want for them, what you want them to do when they join, when they're connected with your business. Do you want them to subscribe to your email list, whatever that looks like, right? You know their end goal, what you want, how, you should now be studying what would they be interested in. So now let's get into a series. The first thing you want to do is we're going to be very intentional. I want you to set time aside to document yourself, meaning you're going to put your camera out there, put your phone on a stand, and vlog yourself doing whatever that thing is for day one. So if day one you're deciding on, make sure you have a day's what you're going to be posting each day. So then day one, you're finding a logo. Day two, you're working on the website. Day three, you're looking up networking places to meet up and socialize and network with people. Day four, you're actually attending the networking event. Day five, you were overwhelmed and you were stressed out and you had an emotional breakdown. You're so depressed and now you don't know how to get out of it and you need to get out that funk. Day six, you actually took some time out to rest and you talk about the importance of taking rest and how important it is to not overwork yourself. Day six, you're back to strategizing, figuring out, you see what I'm saying? You can take people on this journey for as long as you want. It doesn't have to be for 30 days, 60 days. You can take these people on this journey forever because you're in charge of the story. And at the end of the day, if you cultivate it properly, people will follow along. So one, decide what are your days going to look like? What are your each days going to look like? Then two, you want to set your camera up and I want you just record yourself doing everything. You don't need to talk to the camera yet because especially if you're new to this, you don't need to sit and talk to the camera yet. You don't have to do that. I know that's a huge wall breaking moment for some of us. So, and I'll make a separate video on that if you want to learn how to talk and speak better on camera. I'm fine with doing a video on that. But you want to go into it and say, okay, cool. I'm going to record myself writing. I'm going to record myself looking stressed because I had a hard time figuring this out. I'm going to record myself on a coaching call with my mentor. I'm going to record myself planning some ideas. I'm going to record myself finally deciding it's time for rest and going to lunch and talk about this lunch spot I tried. I'm going to record myself meeting with an investor, meeting with a potential coworker, meeting with, you see what I'm saying? So you decide what you're going to do each day, and then you want to get a lot of clips, record a lot of clips as much as possible. You then want to take those clips into CapCut and you want to piece them together. And I want you to talk to ChatGPT and ask ChatGPT to help you with the script, with the voiceover. The way you will know what to do with the voiceover, you're going to explain ChatGPT your goal and what you did today, and to ask ChatGPT to help you tell the story in a way that also allows those people to leave with something they've learned from that day. Every time you post a video, people need to leave with saying, dang, I learned something valuable from this video. One, they were entertained, which is what most people want online, right? But two, they left with something valuable, something that could help them in their journey if they're on that journey now, or if they plan on starting that journey. They're like, now this was really good. This is some good information. Okay, so once done doing that, you talk to the script. You want to make sure each clip is not more than 0.8 seconds long. You don't want anything to be more than 1.2 seconds long, each little clip you do on CapCut. After you're done finishing those clips and everything, you post on Instagram. Make sure, one, you have captions on the video. I think that's really important. I don't think it matters where you post a caption. It's not, no one's going to say, Instagram algorithm is not reading that and say, okay, this one viral, that one. Nah, that's not how Instagram is doing it. It's doing it based on people's interest. If people are not interested in it, they won't see your content. It has nothing to do with where the placement of the text is. Just make sure it has captions on it. Make sure you also use a caption for the video that actually pulls people in, invite people in. And then also, the next thing you want to do is, if you want, we talked about the end goal in the beginning for the audience. If you want them to join your email list, this is an opportunity to put your email, to put a call to action at the end, or even in the caption for people to say, hey, if you want to learn how to do this, how to do that, you can put a call to action in the comments, or even you can mention it in the video when you're doing the voiceover. But the next thing is, once you start doing that every single day, and you don't need to post every single day, preferably it'd be great, but realistically, I understand we all have lives, we have jobs, we have other things going on, especially because what you're about to do, you're about to step out on faith. So it's going to be emotionally and physically taxing. But the reason I really want to push you to do this is because you have to understand that I want to break down human psychology, what people are feeling when they're scrolling, so you can understand how powerful this is going to be for you, just so you can be motivated to do this. When people are scrolling on Instagram, they're having a busy day, they're having a productive day, they're having a frustrating day, they're fed up with life. They don't want to see, here's 10 steps to do this. Oh my God, please. They will go on YouTube if they want to do that. That's why I do this here on YouTube, because if someone wants to learn, they come on YouTube to learn. They don't go scroll through Instagram to see, here is 5 steps to doing. It's not the time nor the place for that, especially not the place for that. But when people are scrolling, they want to escape their reality. When people are scrolling on Instagram, they want to escape their reality, whatever going on in their reality, good or bad. Sometimes your reality can be good, but you're just tired. You just had a long day. I've had great days in business, made thousands of dollars in that day, but I'm exhausted still. I want to scroll on TikTok and see what's going on in someone else's life. Please, feed me anybody else's story. A lot of times people want someone else's story. They want to get involved, want to see someone else's story, because their story is not what they want to think about in the moment, good or bad. Why do we watch movies on Netflix? Why do we enjoy movie times? Why does movie theater still get booked out? Because people enjoy others' stories, whether it's a true story or not. People enjoy other people's story. So take them along your story. And a lot of times, here's another thing, people also enjoy a story that's in real time, because then it keeps them attracted to you. Yes, story times about how you came from nothing and now you're something, those are still great. Those are still valuable. I'll never take that away from you. I still make content like that. I still make reels like, here's how I went from 0 to $10,000 per month. I still make content like that. It works out great. But we're talking about longevity. We're talking about sustainability right now. We're not talking about one viral post that just goes up and you get millions of views and then afterwards nobody cares about your content. We're not talking about content like that. We're talking about strategic content that grows sustainability and connection. The other thing is, even though you're not going to post every single day with this, right? You're not. I don't think you should do the days every single day. I think it should be today you mentioned day one. Then the next day you do a talking head video talking about whatever you want to talk about, whatever the topic is for you. And then the next day, the following day, then maybe you go into day two. Keep people on their toes. Keep people interested in your story. I think if you do that consistently, I don't see why not in 30 to 60 days, your engagement explodes. You get way more people following you, because what's going to get people to hit that follow button? Think about it. Think about it. When people are scrolling on TikTok, they see your content. One, you have to hook them in. We know that. That's important, right? ChatGPT can help you with that with the scripting. We got to hook them in. Cool. But what's going to keep people? What's going to keep people? Either one, information or entertainment. If it's information, they're going to take the information, save your video, and keep scrolling. They don't need to follow you. But if it's entertainment and information, now they were entertained, but then the story's not done. They have to follow you. The story is not over. The story's not over. They just watched part 6. Day 6 of trying to grow your business. Day 6 of working towards quitting your 9 to 5. Day 8 of starting your daughter's nursery. Day 9 of building your production studio. Day 20. They're only on day 20. What happened on day 1? They're curious. Now they got to scroll through your Instagram. What was day 1 like? I got to keep up because day 20 was crazy. He did a lot. Or day 20 was real because all they did on day 20 was cry and journal because they were stressed out, overwhelmed, and not happy with their outcome. I can relate to that. I did that yesterday. Do you see where I'm going? Do you see how I'm pulling? This is what's happening in people's mind that makes them decide if they should follow you or not. This is human psychology here, y'all. This is not no Instagram hack or Instagram strategy or algorithmic hack. None of that. This is how real people think, how real people feel, and how real people respond to content, especially on Instagram. I really feel like this will be effective for you. I feel like this is really what you've been needing because you've tried all the other strategy. You tried pulling out the big camera. You tried doing day in the life. Guess what's wrong with a day in the life? Because if your day in the life is not that interesting, they don't care to go on with you the next day. But if you're on a series and you're on day 3 and it wasn't that interesting, but they could emotionally connect with what happened, they're going to want to go on the next day with you. Or if your day in the life was so bomb, like your day in the life was bomb, you was in Paris, you did all this. Yes, they may be inspired, so they may follow you, but what if they're not? What if they're just like, yo, you're just flaunting, you're just showing off. Okay, we get it. You got money. Okay, we get it. You're winning. Ooh, okay, I'm so sick of people just showing me all their wins. I'm frustrated. I can't even win in my own life. And all these people do is day in the life. So I started with hopping in my Maybach. Day in the life, people are sick of that. People are tired of that. You see what I'm saying? So we're not going to be doing day in the life. We're going to do series. And if it just so happens on one of the days in the series we caught a win, yeah, cool. That's awesome. But day in the life is not what's going to really build an engaged community. When you're making these voiceovers and reels, I want you to come off with your content as if you're talking to your best friend. These are your best friends. These are your best friends. This is best friend here you're talking to. If you do that with your content, you'd be surprised the amount of people will respond more to that. Also, too, since this is your best friend, ask questions in the videos. Ask questions. Be like, because they're on a journey with you. They can help you. They might want input on your business, but not make an input on their life yet. They want to see you make the mistakes. Oh, you should try this restaurant. They want you to try it so they can decide if they're going to go to it or not. You go waste your money on it. They love putting input into something that's not theirs because if it goes wrong, it has no effect on them. And they get to learn from your experience. So ask questions. Be like, and y'all, and that's the end of day 2. Let me know what other coffee shop y'all think I should go to for day 3. Like, take people on serious. I promise this will drastically change your business in ways you've never imagined. I hope this helps. Don't forget to check out the Skool community below if you'd like to connect with us, and I'll see you in the next video.